Let's talk about money, real money, cryptocurrency, assets, and different ways where we can be able to make more money with Bitcoin and all of these altcoins. So this video, I'm going to share with you at least probably 7 to 10 different ways you can make money with Bitcoin, the way people are making money with Bitcoin, but also new careers that are being generated just from this industry because it's exploding. Right now, there's about $180 billion in cryptocurrency. Literally, that means about 80 billion has came in within the last 6-7 months. So it's growing rapidly. So things are changing extremely fast, and they're going to continue to grow even quicker. So let's talk about some ways where you can be able to capitalize on that, and let's get directly into it. So first and foremost, the easiest way most people are making money with Bitcoin is, and I'm also going to talk about other cryptocurrencies as well, but the easiest way people are making money off the industry mainly is just by buying and holding Bitcoin. Buying and holding it. See, now what happens when you buy it and hold it? Let's be clear. Bitcoin is a lot of different things, but one of the best attributes of Bitcoin is that it's like digital gold as of today. Now, in the future, I'm pretty sure it's gonna change, and people are gonna perceive it and use it different ways. But as of today, the main ways people are using the technology is for digital gold. And that's why I want y'all to keep this in mind too, before I go with that. Bitcoin is more than just money. It is a mathematical algorithm. It's an equation. And this equation and what happened is this technology, when you get the blockchain and you get Bitcoin and you put them together, because they're together like a husband and a wife, right? And they get together, and they create this new technology that can be used in a lot of different ways. So it's more than just money, but we're going to talk about money for this video, but I want y'all to know it's more than money, so that way you can understand that Bitcoin and this technology is going to evolve over time. So you got to be willing to adapt. But let's get back to where Bitcoin is today and how it's being used. One, buying and holding. All right, Bitcoin is an asset that keeps going up in value. When Bitcoin first came out 2009, 2010, you had coins that were literally like 50 cents, some of them even cheaper than that. And now we have coins as of today that are at like $7,000 if we go to coin market cap. So there you go, the Bitcoin price of a Bitcoin, 7,000. So think about if you bought Bitcoin at 50 cents, and you literally just bought it and held it. You didn't do anything. You just held it. It was in your hard wallet. I mean, literally, there's people that took $200-$300 worth of an investment when it was at 50 cents, and they created tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, all by just buying and holding. And they're predicting, experts are predicting that Bitcoin can potentially be at anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million. So there's still a lot of growth, but just know that growth is going to come fast. Like once Bitcoin hits $10,000, it's going to reach a certain level of people, and then it's going to automatically like double and go to 20. And so you want to get as much as you can as quickly as you can. Now, I got to put out a caveat. I always tell people that I'm not an expert investor. So this is just my experience and stuff that I've seen. So I'm not licensed. I'm not like this person you got to do your own research is what I'm saying, and understand that there's going to be a risk with everything. There is a risk that you buy in your Bitcoin and it could go to zero. There's a risk that's very highly unlikely, but it's possible. There is risk that you can... a lot of things that can happen, but there's a risk with anything. I just understand no currency or commodity, nothing is perfect. So there's always risks that are there, but that's why it's important that you're educating yourself like now. But let's get back to buying and holding. So when it comes to buying and holding, it's going to be very important that you get you a really solid wallet. You want a good wallet. Like, in fact, if I were you, I would encourage people, if you're just going to be buying and holding on Bitcoin, get several wallets and make sure that you know your private keys. Because if you don't have your private key, then any other people can potentially get access to your Bitcoin. And what I mean by that is when people buy Bitcoin, sometimes you can get Bitcoin from a couple places. You can get it from an exchange. Okay, I'm talking about the wallets, right? Your wallets where you can store your Bitcoin. So you can maybe buy it from an exchange, but it's not necessarily in a wallet. It's just on their exchange. And I want you to know, if your money is just sitting on an exchange, that's somewhere where Bitcoin and cryptos are traded, just know that website can get hacked and you can lose all of your stuff. So it's best to, whatever money you have, don't put it, whatever cryptos you have, don't keep them on the exchange. In the history, exchanges have been broken into. That's what Mt. Gox it wasn't. It was kind of like an exchange. And so when you take your money offline and you have your private keys and you have it in your own like nano wallet, your own external offline hard wallet or paper wallet, it's harder for people to take your money because then you have access to it and it's offline and it's harder for people to find it. So keep that in mind when it comes to if you're going to be buying and holding. Get you a good solid wallet, and if you can't, get several wallets. When you first if you're brand new into Bitcoin and you're just getting started, you don't have to immediately get the wallet. Okay, you can start you up your Coinbase, use the links that we have. You can hold it in Coinbase for a little bit, but I'm just saying eventually you want to get a wallet at some point. But it's nothing that don't be waiting on a wallet before you get your Bitcoin. Okay, don't do that. Don't feel like I'm not gonna get Bitcoin until I get a wallet. No, use the wallets that they have first because you want to just start learning about it first, and you learn by getting involved. So get your Bitcoin and get you a good wallet, 2 wallets, a few wallets over time that are very secure. And you got cold, again, they got cold wallets, and we got other videos where we talk about that. Another way people are making money, that was one. And so 2, people are making money off of Bitcoin mining. Now, Bitcoin mining can be a very difficult and complex process. All right. And so as you see, it says here, it's not really recommended for beginning people. Now, there's levels of mining. First, let's talk about the complicated level, and then I'm going to tell you a level where beginners can get involved. So the complicated level is understanding that when Bitcoins are created, they're created by mining. So you got to have special equipment, and you have to have this mining equipment, and your mining equipment, they say it takes about 1,000 hours to create a Bitcoin. Remember, a Bitcoin is really like this mathematical equation that has to be solved by your computer, and it's burning up a lot of energy. So you have an energy cost that's going to cost you if you're going to mine. So if you're like, you know what, let me mine some Bitcoin, keep in mind your energy cost is something you got to consider. You got to pay for the right equipment. And also, it's difficult. The more people who mine, the more difficult it is to actually solve that mathematical equation and to confirm those transactions. That's another level of mining too, is when you're confirming transactions. Like when people are sending money back and forth, it's the miners who are actually using their equipment to confirm, to make sure that the transaction was right on the ledger. Okay, so you can do that, but you gotta really, that's when you have to really study and have the right equipment. And it's difficult because the more people that are doing it, the more difficult it becomes to create new Bitcoin and even to solve those blocks. But if you're passionate about that and you're into computers and stuff, you can do that. Now, here's another way you can do it if without the equipment and all of that. And that's called mining, cloud mining, or mining pools. Okay. Now, if you want to get into some mining pools here, there's a couple companies that we work with as well, and we got links, and I got other videos where we'll talk about the links and people that we work with, or where y'all can sign, because a lot of these they have affiliate programs, so that way if you do it and you introduce other people, you guys can be able to earn commissions off of helping other people mine together. And so what Bitcoin cloud mining is basically you don't own any of the equipment. You're going to a website of people who actually own the equipment. They may not even be in your country. And keep in mind, most of the miners are in Asia. Like 80% of the miners are in Asia right now. And most of those miners, what they'll do is they'll say, okay, well, we have a website and we'll allow, if you give us extra amount of Bitcoin, we'll use that Bitcoin and we'll pay you a percentage, because we're using your Bitcoin to pay for like our electricity bills and stuff. So that's called like cloud mining. Okay, that's what that is, where you can be able to earn Bitcoins without the software, without the hardware, without the bandwidth and all that good stuff. So again, the cost, but you still have a cost. The cost that you're paying usually is you're paying like some sort of cost for the service, like a monthly cost. Something like that, and it's not really that's not that expensive. So a lot of people are making money doing cloud mining. Now you got, now before we get to the faucets, another way that people are making money, I'm just trying to tell y'all the real popular ways first that people are really doing it. So you have day traders, right? Now the day traders who are doing it, now that's very risky if you're a day trader. You got to really know what you're doing when you're day trading for profit with Bitcoin. Okay, because if you don't know, you can definitely lose a tremendous amount of money. Now, day traders, again, these are the people that are going on the exchanges. And I'll give you an example of kind of what day traders will do. And we got a day trading class too. What day traders, what they'll do is they're making money off of the prices, basically off of the transaction. So what they'll do is they'll come like to a coin market cap here. And then they might look and they'll say, you know what, let's see what coins they'll look at these charts, okay, and they'll say, okay, which coins here are really doing the worst, right? So you look, see these negative percentages, and they'll say, okay, so this coin here is doing really bad. This first coin on top, they have a 32% drop for the day. This is for today, in the last 24 hours. So they'll find a coin like this, and then they look at the volume and they say, oh, okay, this volume is 38,000. They want to make sure it has high volume. High volume meaning it's moving. A lot of people are using it and selling it and trading it. High volume, change price. And then what they'll do is they'll go to an exchange. The exchange is like Bitrix. They'll go to a Bitfinex. They'll go to some of these different exchanges like that. Those are some of the main. And what you can also do is look, if you click on CoinMarketCap, they'll even show you what exchanges people are trading on to. They'll have a lot of those listed. What you'll do is you'll come here and then you click on markets. And markets, it should have all of a list of the exchanges where people are trading on the most. So as you see, so like this specific coin, it shows you that people are trading heavily on these links here. Bitrix and all of these ones, you can literally just click on one and then you'll sign up. A lot of these exchanges are free for you to sign up into, but just keep in mind the way that these exchanges work. A lot of times is many times you might have to trade Bitcoin, so you need to have your Bitcoin either in your Coinbase wallet or wherever you have it, and you transfer money over into the wallets that are on these websites. Like I'll show you one really quick and then we'll move forward because I don't want to spend too much time on this. So you'll come to one of these websites here. You go to bitrix.com, you set up an account, and we'll do a different video. You set up an account here, and then you'll basically day trade. So many times they try to find coins that are cheap, or coin that has dropped in price, and they feel like they look at certain trade indicators to say, oh, I think this is going to come back up. Let me buy it while it's cheap, and then I'm going to sell it while it's expensive, while it's going up in price. Many times they may only make, a small change. They may only make like 15 cent to 30 cent, off of each coin, but they'll be buying in high volume. They might buy, 400 or 500 coins. So, that could be very stressful for some, but that's why I don't recommend it for brand new people. And to be honest with you, when it comes to that, day trading, it is a lot of people, it's very risky. That's very, I think day trading is probably one of the highest risks that you can take. But some people make a lot of money. But that's just another way that you can make money with Bitcoin is day trading. Okay. Now, another way people are making really good money with Bitcoin is also you have ATM owners, people that actually own the ATMs and the manufacturers. Okay, they're making some pretty good money by just owning it. And if you're an ATM owner, how you're making your money is basically off the percentages. So every time somebody, puts money into that machine, there's a fee, and those fees, you keep all of the fees typically. And so you're an owner operator, and then you can make money by being a manufacturer, but that's a whole nother story. But if you're not a manufacturer, then you will call manufacturers and you will be buying the machines outright. And we got actually programs doing that as well. So if you want to learn more about that, or you want to get involved with that specifically, let me know, because we have programs where we have access to that Bitcoin ATMs, and we can work together on that. And also, just let me know and we'll go from there. So that's the Bitcoin ATMs, being a Bitcoin ATM owner and operator. Another way people are making some money off of Bitcoin is, I would say, education. Education is big because the space is so new. Like people are, and there's different levels of education. You have education, really, you have people that are writing their own books that really understand Bitcoin, that are traveling around and really understanding. And there's different levels. You could be going to companies, teaching companies how to actually use Bitcoin and how to be able to actually integrate it with with what they're currently doing. Small businesses, large businesses, or educating students, actually being an educator in a school. If you're educating whatever, college students, high school students, or even adults. So there's a lot of room for education, whether it be security, understanding, about the future, the trends, how to day trade. So however you're making your money, you can make money by teaching people to make money doing the same thing. So education is huge because it's so brand new. So that's a big opportunity there. If you're going to be like an educator, you can make a lot of money as well. Another way people are making some really good money, that you can make money, is, now this is what I want to tell you, some ways that you got to be careful for. And let's talk about ICOs. All right, ICOs is a really big thing. Now, ICOs stands for initial coin offering. Now, an initial coin offering is basically, this is like investing into Google right before Google went public. Investing in that's the way you could think of it. It's like a traditional company. Most of the time, it's supposed to be like a company that's about to go public, and they're saying, hey, you can invest inside of us, and we'll give you some tokens because we're going to blow up, we're going to be famous, and you're going to give us money. And then when we go public and go on the exchange, you then will have like a value. You'll have certain coins in our company. You have ownership in our company, so to speak. And so a lot of people are making money in ICOs. So you may have a company like BitConnect, for example, or that is a brand new company. People who invested, you get the coins for cheaper. You get your coins at 50 cents, $1, and then the coin goes public, and then eventually the coin becomes $200-$300, but you got them for 50 cents. So there's a lot of ways that people make money on accident by just picking the right company, not really knowing much. But I'm going to warn people, you got to be careful with ICOs. ICOs are very risky. First of all, many ICOs are illegal in the United States because it's not approved by the SEC. So many of them are risky. Also, and they're illegal. Also know that many ICOs, you have to know how to research these ICOs because a lot of them are just concepts. They don't even have a real product that they're using. And so they don't have any experience. You don't know. You don't really know what's going to happen. So ICOs can be very risky. That's why they pay so much when you do get them, because you're taking a big risk. I mean, some ICOs, they'll take your money and the company may never even open. And so now you just lost your money. Or they'll take your money and they'll do a pump and dump. When a pump and dump is the company opens up, right? And you buy some coins. And what happens, let's say you buy some coins at 50 cents. You got the 50 cent coins. And now a month later, the company goes public. They're listed on the exchange. Okay. So now you see the company, there's here. And what happens is now that company, which you bought at 50 cents, now is being listed for $10. So now you just made, like 20 times your money. And so some people will just start selling their tokens and they're making their money by selling it. And then other people they've lied to you because you want to hold on to the token for long term. That's why some people think like this coin might reach $200-$300. So I'm going to hold on to it. And then what happens is that coin is really being dumped. So the people who created it, they didn't have any intention on sticking with the company. They literally just wanted to get people's money and kind of flee. So what happens is the coin will be at $20, then it'll drop down, and you'll see the coin will be at $10. And then the average person is thinking, oh my gosh, it's cheap. Let me buy it. And so now more people are putting money into it, realizing that coin is never going to go up. Never going to go back up. So it's a lot of coin that has happened. That's very rampant right now. That's in fact the number one hustle right now is you're seeing ICOs popping up everywhere. People creating these lending programs. So, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the lending programs. I mean, some of them pay really good, but you just got to be careful and do your research. And there's some things you want to look out for. And I'll talk about that on other videos. I have a list of things that if you're going to look at any ICO, what you should be looking at. Even if you're not going to invest in the ICO, even if you're just like, once the company comes out, I'm a big believer that wants to let the company become public, and then once it's public, get the coin maybe 6 months to a year after it's out, because that way you can kind of see what they're really about, if they're consistent or not. So that's a little bit about ICOs, and I understand a lot of Ponzi schemes are also there too. There's a lot of MLMs that are there. MLMs are bad, but just understand there's certain people that are using they're using MLMs as a disguise for a company that really isn't producing anything at all. So if you're going to get into an ICO, I would recommend getting into some company that has a legitimate product. They're doing something revolutionary. They got a good team. They got experience. They have a prototype already built. If don't go for just hype. And a lot of people are just hyping stuff out. So those are ICOs. That's another way people are making money. That's an initial coin offering, similar to what do they call it? And they shouldn't even call it initial coin offering, because you're really not getting coins. They really give you tokens, and it's the difference between a coin and a token, right? Legally, there's a difference too, right? So, all right. So now let's talk about security. Now, security is another way people can make money. Because there's a lot of internet hacks that are happening. So you got wallet companies. You can be a wallet company. You can actually create technology that people are going to use. You can create your own wallets. You can create whatever. You can create things that are going to help people protect themselves from theft, or because there's always hackers that are hacking the ICOs, that are hacking the companies, that are trying to hack wallets. So you can definitely get in with making some money by getting on the internet security side. And there's so many different levels to it of security, but that's a great way that people can begin to really make money. Okay. I gave you a lot of ways. Let me see if we got any other ways off top I can think of. All right, so also keep in mind, when it comes to making money with Bitcoin, it's so many different, people are building brands, right? People are really building brands where people are having all sorts of ideas surrounded around Bitcoin. If you just think about the financial industry and think about some stuff that exists currently, and how can that stuff apply with Bitcoin or apply with cryptocurrencies, Then you have people who are just marketers. You can be a marketer for another company. You can be a straight up promoter. That's a big industry that a lot of people take. Some people are just straight promoters, where all they do is they hop on companies and they say, man, this is a dope company. It has an affiliate program and we're going to promote this. And some of these companies pay really well. So you just being a promoter and a marketer. It may be for a Bitcoin exchange. It may be a wallet program, or it may be a company, but you can get paid literally just promoting. And that's a great way to get paid. I just encourage you, if you're going to do that, work with a legitimate company that's serving and really going to help people, because that's integrity. You don't want to be promoting stuff that's going to hurt people. So keep that in mind if you're going to be like a marketer, and you're going to be doing that. So then you got people that are gambling in online Bitcoin casinos. And I don't know much about that, but people are doing it. You got gamblers. Then you got people investing in the Bitcoin loans. That's a big one. And we got some information if you want to learn more about that. We got some programs that we recommend that we've been affiliated with in the past that pay really well. And you're helping people by issuing loans for people, Bitcoin loans, who maybe, wouldn't have access to Bitcoins or crypto. And then you can also sell money and services in exchange for Bitcoin. Keep in mind, if you're a business owner, you can accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. All right, however you want to do that. Now, if you're going to do that, let's say if you're a hairstylist, small business owner, or whatever you may do, you're a person online that's selling stuff. You can sell products. Whatever product that may be, or services, and you can be able to use and if you look here, we also got in a link two popular sites where you can actually sell stuff on if you don't have your own products, which is one is Purse.io and the other one is Bitify. All right, and then they have sellers, you have like a small fee that you pay to kind of be a part of the program, but excuse me, but they pay But it's a great way to make money by you not owning anything. So, but again, if you're a freelancer and you have your own work, and your own products and services that currently exist, I'm going to recommend that you accept Bitcoin as a form of payment for whatever that you currently have. It's a great way to make money. So these are a few ways. I know I told you I was going to give you a 7 to 10. I don't know how many that was. I know it was a lot though. So it's no reason you should. And as the industry grows, I want you to know that there's going to be more and more ways. And there's more ways that exist that I don't even know all of the ways. There's so many different things people are doing. But these are just some immediate ways that I know that I've seen people do and that I'm aware of. So I hope that this helps. And I hope that you able to really grow. And so if any of these things really stand out to you, feel free to contact with me, because I probably have a program or an affiliate that I'm working with that can kind of help you with getting that going, and we can all be able to hopefully make some money together. With that being said, see y'all on the next video.